let's move on to the console news. Oh, where my music at? Because I'm not done with you niggas. Hold up. Because you niggas is next too. PlayStation niggas, you about to get it too. Hold up. Let me turn that shit back on. Loop. Bring it back. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I turned this shit off. Next up on Fraud Watch, Sony niggas. And before the Xbox niggas get too comfortable, you're gonna get this work too. Everybody is. Because 60% of gamers, any platform, do not play new games. Y'all play Roblox, Oblox, Ice Spice Server, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Madden 2K. Sony niggas, come to the front. It's your turn. We got time today. Reports are claiming Sony is allegedly pulling the PSVR 2 funding. Now, why does that matter? Here on this stream, one of my favorite arguments is Sony ponies, not PlayStation fans, Sony ponies, dick munching ass corporate niggas who sit in Twitter spaces and claim Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game of all time when it hasn't been in the top 10 of sales this year. Greatest RPG you niggas don't buy or play. Y'all don't buy games. Y'all play Roblox. I've been building a case slowly but surely throughout the weeks, proving article after article, you niggas don't buy games. And today we have another article saying you niggas don't buy games. And do you know how I know you don't buy games? When did this shit come out? PSVR 2 release date. 1 year ago, at the time of this recording, 2023, the PlayStation VR 2 came out. You niggas didn't buy it. Therefore, you also didn't buy the games for it. But you know where I find y'all at? On Clubhouse, on Twitter Spaces, on Reddit, talking about the Sony Master Race, about how amazing PS Plus is. Let me tell y'all something. PS Plus Premium is fucking dog shit. Nigga, I'm not paying $120 a year to play Ape Escape 2. And I like Ape Escape. Back in 1998, nigga. I'm not paying $100 to play Ape Escape. Fuck out of here. At least Game Pass got new games. Hellblade 2 sucks, but at least it's new. Shit is crazy. Niggas is bragging about playing Daxter 2 on my on my timeline. I seen that shit. Oh my God, PlayStation's back. These niggas is booting up a PSP, because for those of you unaware, Daxter came out on PlayStation, a port. And I like Daxter, but you're bragging about playing a PSP game on your PlayStation 5 as we're on the verge of the PS5 Pro. Daxter didn't need your support. Sony as a whole did. They needed the Sony ponies to get up on that horse that you can ride on, because Miyazaki fucking patched it back into Elden Ring for the fucking final boss fight for you fucking scrub ass niggas against the Elden Beast. We needed y'all to gallop in that bitch and get that store and get that goddamn PlayStation VR. No! Y'all didn't buy it. Y'all didn't buy it. Y'all didn't buy it. Therefore, you didn't buy the games. And now reports are claiming they're about to halt all production. Now, to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, the PlayStation VR was very expensive. It was more than, I'm out of breath. It was more than the PlayStation 5. It was $550 with tax. That's like $6 and some change probably. Then you got to get some games. You probably spending $650, $700 on it. So I understand that argument. I'm not talking to the people who couldn't afford it or didn't want to afford it. That's a fair argument. I'm strictly talking to the people who refuse to buy Sony products but swear up and down Sony is Jesus Christ. Where were you? Where were you? Sony is struggling right now. The only thing that sells in terms of Sony is them PS5s and their cameras, maybe some of their TVs. Their computers, they suck. Their phones, they suck. A lot of Sony products are not that great. They need Sony ponies. This is what we're gonna do, okay? You niggas have not been supporting the company you claim that you love. If you're truly invested in this company, I need you to get on that horse. Go on down to Best Buy. Woo! Get some of them damn Sony products, baby. Because right now, you niggas looking fraudulent. You niggas looking fraudulent. I'm not done either. Get my fucking chair. I'm not done. That shit on my face. Other PlayStation news. This really involves Xbox. I'm gonna get you niggas too. One of the reasons why PlayStation games are not selling well, one of the reasons why the greatest RPG of all time proclaimed by Sony niggas, Final Fantasy VII, is not selling well, why the PSVR is not selling well, apparently you niggas' budget's a little tight because you're buying Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush. These are the games you like. A wise man named Wale. I'm about to give y'all some real DC nigga shit. I'm about to give y'all some real DC nigga shit right now. I'm about to show my age. Wale's first music project was a mixtape called Hate is the New Love. If you from DC, you know this is a classic. And to this day, this statement is true. Hate is the new love. You are not a hater, you're a fan. You sit in them Twitter spaces talking about Xbox niggas because you're a fan. And we have the numbers to back it. Because Xbox executive Matt Booty said, we're happy. We're happy to have brought our games to the platform. Because we haven't sold enough Xboxes, therefore we're not in enough homes to sell games. But PlayStation niggas are buying them up. So at least we know we can rely on the Sony ponies. Frauds. Frauds. Fucking frauds. Sick of this shit. I got one good article for y'all. Where the fuck is my damn music at, man? Turn this shit off. At least in positive news for the fucking Sony ponies. He a fan. At least one of the Sony executives says something. Well, former Sony executive says something that I could agree with. Ex-PlayStation boss says, obsession with lengthy games and photorealism has got to go. This is something I've been preaching for years. There are certain moments in games that you can pinpoint that have just been the downfall of gaming. Everybody has become obsessed with creating these photorealistic Oscar bait-ass video games like The Last of Us. And I think some of that is good. Don't get it wrong. Some of that is good. But we've become obsessed with it. And that's why I like a game like Hi-Fi Rush or even Elden Ring. Art design is amazing. Games that aren't trying to look good, realistic. Hellblade. Yeah, Hellblade is a great example on Xbox. Hyper photorealistic. The game fucking it's bad. It's bad. Let's see what he has to say. Sunset Overdrive. Former PlayStation executive Sean Layden has said that the cost of developing AAA games will continue to hurt the industry, which is currently reeling from ongoing layoffs. Offering his advice on making games faster and cheaper, Layden said that devs need to stop chasing lengthy games in photorealism, which is not intended. Only a small percentage of players are finishing Only a small percentage of players are finishing lengthy AAA games. PlayStation boss says, y'all are frauds, Sony ponies. Can you drop the link to that article? This one? Talking about this one? You need to throw this at your friends? The need to stop obsessing over realistic graphics and game length is just two recommendations out of the many Layden offered to GameIndustry.biz, but they stick out the most. He pointed out that 32% of players are finishing games they start. So devs, what? So devs are making a lot of games that 68. I take it. Hold up, y'all. We got to bring it back. I lied. PlayStation niggas, come get this work. Oh my God. We got to turn the music back on. We got new numbers. I was totally unaware of this. Oh my, I actually have a headache. PlayStation niggas, shut the fuck up. 60% of y'all niggas don't play new games, gamers as a whole. But according to a former PlayStation boss, and you know this data is real, they pulling it. He pointed out that only 32% of players are finishing games that they start. So only 60% of gamers as a whole are playing games that are new. No, 60% of gamers are not playing games that are new. Of that 40%, only 32% of those players are finishing the game. Developers are making games that 68% of people aren't seeing. This is crazy. I'm about to cry. Layden didn't say where he got that data he's quoting, but we've seen trophy statistics for some major games like Red Dead Redemption 2 that suggest that a large number of players never finished it. Hey, now, didn't y'all say Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the greatest games of all time? Now, admittedly, I didn't beat that game because I just thought the opening section was boring. That's one of the few games I didn't beat. But y'all gave me so much shit in the chat saying, you need to give Red Dead Redemption 2 another try. Because Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest video game of all time. Survey says that was a lie. Because I think you need to give it another chance. This is crazy. This is crazy. I knew he was doing Fraud Watch today, but I didn't know it was gonna be this good. I didn't know this is gonna be good. You niggas is liars. Apparently you don't like the game that much. Speaking of photorealism, Layden said that some of the graphical improvements that devs are chasing are barely noticed by the average player. Y'all complaining about graphics you can't even see, but they're costing a lot of time and resources. We're in the realm of differences that only dogs can hear, he remarked. Wait, what? Did you agree with Layden? Share your thoughts. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece in my humble opinion. Hey, and I believe you. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I said it's a game. Now, I never said Red Dead Redemption was a bad game. I said it's not for me. If you think it's a classic, I respect it. But now that we have some numbers explaining how many people actually beat the game, I do got a question. How do you know it's a classic if you ain't beat it? I'm not talking about you in the chat. I'm speaking in general. So now my question is gonna be, oh, you think it's a masterpiece? Send me a video of your trophies. Let me make sure you beat it. Because I'm not sure you played the game, buddy. I'm not sure. Now I got a question. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out next year, how many people will actually play and finish it? No, how many people will actually play it? I believe you'll buy it. Take a picture for Instagram, for Twitter. Let everybody know I'm on a GTA 6 grind, about to start a role-playing server. Nigga never updated the game and even played it. I want to know. We will be pulling up the trophies when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. We will be pulling up the trophies. This is shocking. This is appalling. This is bad. This is fucking bad, man. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't know, man. Shout out to Tube Titan with the sub. You said we got families. I respect that. What does that have to do with most people not beating it? When did that come out? Red Dead Redemption 2. Release date. That came out in 2018. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That came out 6 years ago. For something that's considered to be a masterpiece by many, a game that I got ridiculed for because I wasn't a fan of, I find it very fascinating that a lot of people haven't beat it in the last 6 years. That's a lot of time, despite even if you have a family, you got a job, you got a significant other. That's a lot of time. It's okay to be a fraud. Not really, but Just be honest about it. Not you specifically in the chat, but it's okay. It's okay. Just acknowledge you are. 2024. I don't know what Cat Williams did, but 2024 is the year of exposure. I just did not know it was this bad. Could have beat it during the pandemic. You was at home. Thank you. Who said that? Cowabunga. Thank you. We had a pandemic that lasted damn near like 2 years. You was in the house. You were in the house. And don't act like you were working, because there were tons of memes of niggas doing nothing on the clock. Hotly anticipated Black Myth Wukong is delayed on the Xbox Series X, and now Microsoft has responded. They've been getting a lot of hate for this. I wonder why. Let's find out. Developer Game Science showed off a new trailer for Black Myth Wukong at this year's Summer Games Fest, and the Xbox Series S logo was mysteriously absent. Later, the company confirmed on its FAQ that the Xbox version had been delayed for optimization. Specifically, they said, "We're currently optimizing the Xbox Series X and S version to meet our quality standards," Game Science said. "It won't release simultaneously with the other platforms. We apologize for the delay and aim to minimize the wait for Xbox users. We will announce the release date as soon as it meets our quality standards." This news led to a flurry of speculation that the Xbox Series X and S platform is difficult to work with. The Xbox Series S in particular has been blamed previously for game delays, notably Baldur's Gate 3, which dropped split-screen co-op in order to get the game out. The Xbox Series S has less RAM and GPU power than the Xbox Series X and PS5, leading to resolution compromises in exchange for a lower, more affordable price point. The console has proven popular as a more affordable option for millions, although it is frequently blamed for the situation like the one above. I asked both Microsoft and Game Science to comment on the optimizations issue, seeking some clarity. Was the Xbox Series S to blame? Game Science didn't respond, but this morning, a Microsoft spokesperson offered the statement below. "We're excited for the launch of Black Myth Wukong on the series, and are working with Game Science to bring the game to our platforms. We can't comment on the deals made by our partners with other platform holders, but we remain focused on making Xbox the best platform for gamers and a great game at the center of that." Microsoft is clearly aware of the rumors that Black Myth Wukong took some kind of exclusivity deal. Most, myself included, thought the Xbox Series S was likely the culprit from the outset, but perhaps there's more to it. Perhaps there isn't. I became aware of whispers and rumors while out in LA for the Xbox showcase. Despite the optimization assertions, Game Science had actually taken some form of exclusivity deal with PlayStation for Black Myth Wukong, which is interesting because I remember I brought that article up and how they were saying it was delayed because of the Series S. And now that I think about it, I'm starting to think there might be some truth about this rumor about it being a timed PlayStation exclusive, and that's the reason it's not on Xbox. And the reason being is, from watching more gameplay previews, this is not some big open world game. It is graphically impressive. It does look like it's utilizing the Unreal Engine really well, but it's not an open world. It's a really linear game with limited things on the screen. So I'm starting to think maybe the Xbox Series can handle it, and it has nothing to do with the power. Let's read on. Which, by the way, if it does come out that Game Science accepted a exclusivity deal from PlayStation to put it exclusively on PlayStation for a limited amount of time, then I have to ask, PlayStation niggas, will you buy it? Don't answer that. We know the answer. Anyways, reading between the lines, Microsoft does seem to suggest that some form of third-party exclusivity deal may be in the play, although it stops short of explicitly stating such. If that's the case, a retroactive exclusivity deal like this is problematic for a variety of reasons, particularly when you're already announced which platforms your game is coming to. No, that's facts. I could have swore it said Xbox day one and then they're switching up. No, it's not a Souls-like, it's a more action game. There's previews came out last week. If you look up like people's first impressions of the game, everybody says it has like Souls elements to it, but it's much more like Ninja Gaiden. It's more of an action game. A delay for where was I at? Oh, a delay for optimization reasons is also problematic for Xbox because it furthers the narrative that Xbox isn't a priority for developers and furthers speculation that developers find the Xbox Series S difficult to work with. If Black Myth Wukong had taken an exclusivity deal, it would be within Sony's interest to cast doubt over the Xbox platform, keeping details on the deal a secret. That's true. That's true. Yeah, like Stellar Blade. Yeah, it's more akin to Stellar Blade, I think, Wukong. Much more fast-paced. Like, there's no block button. It's just straight dodging. It's straight action. Game Science is a new independent studio. It's not unheard for indie titles to take exclusivity deals. Yeah, and you know what? That further kind of reinforces they might have took an exclusivity deal, because for those you unaware, Game Science is a new Chinese studio. This is their first big AAA game. They don't have a pedigree. So they're probably strapped for cash. They're just trying to get this game out the door and hoping it performs best. So I would not be surprised if Sony did cut a deal under the table where they're like, look, put it on our platform exclusively. We'll give you the cash you need to stay afloat, and you get to keep a major, portion of the sales. I would not be surprised by that. Not saying that's what happened, but if we use our critical thinking, that does make sense. This is not, I don't know, what's a big AAA independent studio? I don't know. Whatever big studio that doesn't need the money. This is not like Capcom, Shout out to Brando with the bits. Microsoft has a variety of exclusivity deals in place in similar fashion, including Pokemon-like survival hit Power World. What would make less sense is to throw Microsoft under the bus in order to save face with the audience disappointed by the delay. Dozens upon dozens of articles and YouTube videos blaming the Xbox Series S for Black Myth Wukong's delay appear in the wake of the delayed statement, creating yet another flurry of doubt over the Xbox Series platform. I would love to hear some details from Game Science for what exactly is causing the holdup on Xbox at their end, if it indeed is the Xbox Series S, but I'm not sure we'll get anything official. Yeah, they're not Larian, basically. Whatever the hard reality is, it's ultimate on Microsoft to solve the issues that developers are having with the platform and ensure that Xbox customers are still able to receive content at an equal pacing to its competitors. And they just yapping. Yeah, I think the only problem I have with this, because I don't have a problem with the time exclusive. The only problem I kind of agree with the article. In the early trailers, it was announced as coming to Xbox, so that's kind of like, and then they pulled the rug under to potentially have taken a deal, allegedly to take a deal, because we don't know. And it kind of fucks over the Xbox and it casts a doubt over it when people are already kind of doubting them. It's unfortunate, but they say there's no love in war. Business is businesses, right? They got to get their money. It is what it is. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this story to see how it plays out. If Sony does that, I'm still going to wait for it to come to PC. Isn't it supposed to be on PC day one, I think? There was definitely a PC logo. Clever move by Sony if it's true, right? Because they low-key get to bash Xbox without having to openly do it. Yes, it's gonna be on PC. This sucks because I wanted to play this on Xbox, but I guess I'm gonna have to get it on my PlayStation because I don't think my PC can run this game. I don't even want to test that theory, so I guess I'm gonna have to play it on PlayStation, which I don't like playing certain types of games with a PlayStation. Most games, I'm gonna be honest. Like God of War it's not a hard game, but like it's just hard. Like one of the things, like playing Stellar Blade, there was a section during the third to last boss where orbs, she would throw orbs in the air and you had to shoot them out the air. And if you didn't, it was an insta death. I was struggling with that part, not because it was hard, but because it's hard. In my opinion, it's hard to aim with the PlayStation controller. I fucking hate it. I prefer the Xbox controller. So that's why I play a lot of my multiplats on Xbox versus PlayStation. But I guess I'm gonna have to play it on PlayStation. Shout out to y'all that do love the PlayStation controller though. What else I got for y'all? More Xbox news, sad Xbox news. Well, I guess it's good. If you bought Redfall, refunds are going out. There was some DLC that's supposed to come out. They're giving refunds, so I don't know why you fucking pre-ordered DLC for Redfall, but yeah, crickets. We'll move on. I just want, for maybe the 2 people out there that did pre-order that still had hope in Redfall, just making y'all aware, get your refund while you can. Not a fan of Wukong. The character literally did a paper on him, and bro was out there stealing immortality from everybody. I guess. I mean, it's not a real character, but what? I guess. It's just a video game to me. Positive Xbox news, though. Microsoft says Xbox is going to be big at Gamescom 2024, while Sony and Nintendo skip the show. For those who don't know, Gamescom is basically Europe's E3. It's held in Germany every year. But like it always kind of, to me, how do I describe it? It felt like E3 aftermath. Like if E3 was like, or Summer Games Fest these days, but if E3 was like a giant earthquake, a 7 on the Richter scale, Gamescom is like a 3. It's like, how like when they say there's an earthquake after, like a smaller one. It's the smaller one after, like later in the summer. That's the way I would describe Gamescom. Gives people in Europe a chance to play these games early, and you'll get a couple good announcements, but you don't get as many major announcements at Gamescom. Yeah, the aftershock. Microsoft has announced plans to return to Gamescom this year, with it says it's the biggest booth ever at the German game show. Gamescom 2024, which runs from August 21st to the 25th, we'll see Xbox, we'll be streaming it, by the way. We'll see Xbox maker Microsoft showcase the likes of Obsidian's Avowed, Bethesda's The Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76, and Blizzard's Diablo 4 expansion, Vessel of Hatred, and the World of Warcraft expansion, The War Within. It is Blizzard's first Gamescom following Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. I hope that's not all they're showing. Show something new. Show some new shit. Sony and Nintendo, meanwhile, have confirmed they're skipping Gamescom. Sony told Eurogamer it has no plans for the show, and Nintendo confirmed the same back in April, further confirming that state of the play that we got a few weeks ago is all that Sony had to show. They don't got no fucking games. Last generation, it was Xbox. This generation, Sony don't got no games. Don't worry, we got Astro coming. I actually do look forward to that game, but I know a lot of y'all hated it, so I'm gonna rub it in. I like platformers. Lame. I need to see some Fable gameplay. That would be fire. I would like to see more. I hope they have more to show, and this is just kind of what they're revealing now. Because you can't claim you're going to be showing, you're going to have a big presence at Gamescom, and then you're going to show the shit we already saw at Summer Games Fest.